Kevin Spacey, real name Kevin Fowler, American theater and film actor, director, producer, screenwriter. He was born on July 26, 1959 in South Orange, New Jersey, USA. Kevin Spacey ruined his career as a result of a series of sexual harassment allegations that began to come in 2017, at the height of the #MeToo movement. The first person to publicly accuse Spacey was actor Anthony Rapp. He claimed that in 1986, when he was 14, 26-year-old Spacey tried to seduce him at a party. Rapp told this in an interview with BuzzFeed News. In response to the accusations, Spacey apologized if something like that really happened, publicly came out, saying that he was gay. Many perceived that coming out as an attempt to distract attention from the accusations, which caused an additional wave of criticism. In the U.S., Spacey has faced several civil and criminal cases. Some have been dismissed due to insufficient evidence or plaintiffs withdrawing their claims. In 2022, Spacey was found not guilty in a civil case against Anthony Rapp. A New York court found no evidence of wrongdoing. In the UK in 2023, Spacey was also acquitted of several criminal sexual assault charges, including allegations by 3 men. The main consequences that Kevin Spacey faced after a series of accusations. Netflix removed Spacey from the series House of Cards, where he played the main role. His film career ended. He was cut from the film All the Money in the World by Ridley Scott. His role was reshot with another actor, Christopher Plummer, just a few weeks before the premiere. He was fired from theaters, contracts were terminated with him, awards were revoked. Despite his acquittals in court, Hollywood is in no hurry to bring him back into the mainstream. Spacey tried to star in low-budget European films, but there was no mass return in 2024. He gave several interviews where he stated that it would be nice to start all over again, but the industry remains wary. Armie Hammer, birth name Armand Douglas Hammer, American actor, born August 28, 1986 in Los Angeles, California, USA. Armie Hammer ruined his career due to a series of scandals in 2021 related to allegations of sexual assault, cruelty, sadism, and cannibalistic fantasies, although some of the allegations remained unconfirmed in court. The reputational damage was devastating. January 2021, the scandal begins. Screenshots of messages from Armie Hammer began to appear on anonymous Instagram accounts, including House of Fe, fantasies of dominance, violence, and cannibalism. Talk of psychological control and coercion. Hammer did not comment at first, but his representative said the messages were taken out of context or falsified. After the scandal began, Hammer began to be fired en masse from projects. Here are the biggest of them. The Offer, a series about the creation of The Godfather, replaced by Miles Teller. The agency WME William Morris Endeavor terminated the contract. The Broadway debut in the play The Minutes was canceled. The film Death on the Nile 2022, with Hammer in one of the leading roles, was released with minimal advertising. His participation was hushed up. After all this, Hammer retreated into the shadows, no longer appearing in public. Rumors emerged that he was working as a timeshare salesman in the Cayman Islands. This was confirmed in July 2022. Vanity Fair and TMZ published photos. His family, a wealthy dynasty of oil magnates, distanced themselves from him. In 2023, he gave his first interview to Airmail, in which he admitted that he had crossed boundaries, but claimed that everything was consensual. Armie Hammer was not convicted in court, but lost all leading roles and contracts, became persona non grata in Hollywood, suffered from a scandal at the intersection of sexual abuse, BDSM, and moral unacceptability. His career as an A-list actor is effectively over. Mel Gibson, full name Malcolm Gerard Gibson, Australian and American actor, film director, screenwriter, and producer, Born January 3, 1956 in Peekskill, New York, USA, Mel Gibson became one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood thanks to his roles in Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, and other commercial hits. By this point, Mel's career was built on a reputation as a tough but fair actor and director. However, already in the early 2000s, his personality conflicts and harsh statements began to emerge, which eventually resulted in a series of public scandals. January 2010, a combination of scandals with anti-Semitism and racism led to the Screen Actors Guild SAG suspending his membership for violating the Code of Conduct. February 2010, a number of Jewish organizations demanded an official apology, threatening to boycott future projects if Gibson did not change his position. March 2010, due to the threat of a boycott, major studios Fox, Paramount suspended all negotiations about Gibson's roles. Mel Gibson essentially buried himself with a series of public outbursts, statements, crude threats, and accusations of domestic violence. The reputation of a scandalous director-actor turned out to be toxic for Hollywood. Studios and agencies refused to cooperate. The offer of roles decreased, from blockbusters to low-budget episodic pictures. Financial losses and legal costs exhausted resources. Even successful comebacks, The Revenant, Father Stu, have not allowed him to regain his former status as an A-list star. His career has been a path of independent and niche projects. While by the mid-2000s he was claiming the status of one of Hollywood's biggest bachelor directors. Amanda Laura Bynes is an American actress. She was born on April 3, 1986 in Thousand Oaks, California, USA. This is a tragic example of a meteoric rise to fame, followed by personal and professional collapse caused by mental illness, drug problems, and public scandals. March 2012, Amanda is arrested for drunk driving. September 2012, crashes into a parked car and flees the scene. July 2013, arrested in California for setting fire to a neighbor's porch, where she allegedly tried to burn the gas tank. In 2014, doctors make a preliminary diagnosis: bipolar disorder plus schizoaffective disorder. Amanda Bynes didn't ruin her career consciously, as Mel Gibson or Kevin Spacey did. Her tragedy was primarily medical. She was not ready for fame. The child star found herself without an inner support, and amid mental disorders, a collapse occurred. Today, she is a symbol of how Hollywood can break a young person, and at the same time an example of how the fight for health is possible, even if your career will never recover.